There's no smoking, no skateboarding, no panhandling, and now no sitting. Workers in Prince Albert removed benches from its only bus transfer station after 3 violent altercations over the last 4 weeks. It has some aid organizations concerned about how the city is dealing with the most vulnerable.
It might be better to sort of frame this question in how do we deal with violence in our community rather than how do we deal with violence at the bus depot, you know, because then you tend to get into the broader solutions rather than let's take the benches out.
Brian Howell works with the city's homeless population, finding them stable housing and access to programs. He says the city's relationships with organizations and the First Nations community is stronger, but it needs to consider consequences of decisions for those simply looking for a place to sit. The city says the decision to pull out the benches isn't a permanent one and comes after 2 bus drivers had been assaulted. The transportation manager says it will be reaching out to community stakeholders in the coming days.
It was a decision that we felt we needed to do because our drivers weren't feeling safe down at the transfer station.
But one member of the city's Vulnerable Peoples Working Group is confused why they weren't consulted before the benches were taken out.
If we talk beforehand as a group and then make a decision, it generally has a much more positive result than a knee-jerk reaction by anybody, even by us. A knee-jerk reaction is never a good reaction.
The benches were removed last Thursday, and Prince Albert Police Service says it's working with the city to create a design that minimizes crime. In a press release that same day, police responded to a fight that broke out at the station. The service says members have conducted more than 50 proactive patrols at the depot since the start of the year. The city says it will analyze crime data from the station to see whether this becomes a permanent decision. Kyle Benning, Global News.